already at 19, you are making a huge, huge difference. So we welcome you. We think that you're amazing and thrilled to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's our pleasure, I assure you. So Marissa, you have a very important relationship with autism. You're a twin, and I understand that your brother, Matthew, is on the autism spectrum.
Yeah.
Now, when was Matthew diagnosed?
So Matthew was diagnosed at 2.5, and he was diagnosed with severe autism, and he was completely nonverbal, and he was just diagnosed as severely autistic.
And so you were 2.5 too when this happened. When did you understand, when's your first memory of understanding that your brother was a little bit different than other brothers?
Yeah, so I think I always knew growing up that he was different. I think I knew he was different when he used to get frustrated and he used to, flap his hands. And that was really when I noticed that, other kids wouldn't do that and, he would do that. So that was definitely something, that was the first sign that I noticed that he was different.
And so fast forward a little bit for us, when did you get the idea to create Fantastic Friends?
So I actually had the idea when I was 8 years old. I had kids in my recess that had special needs, and I used to bring toys at recess and gather them together. But I didn't actually act on the idea until I was going into my sophomore year of high school.
And what made you decide to do it then?
So that summer before I went into my sophomore year, Matthew came home from a summer camp and he broke down and he was crying because he felt like nobody would talk to him and he felt like nobody understood him. So when I saw how upset he was, and I always used to feel how upset he was, but that moment I just realized I need to bring that idea back, and that that was my spark to start it.
Okay, so tell us what the idea was and how you got it started.
Sure. So I just had the idea to start a group for kids, for Matthew and kids like Matthew, where they could meet together and, bond and meet kids that were like them, and also teach people that didn't have special needs how to interact with them. So the idea came from, that, and we decided to create events once a month for kids with special needs and pair them with mentors who could, help them interact with other kids that had special needs, but also create a bond between the neurotypical kids and the special needs kids.
So it really, it's grounded on inclusion. That it's not just, and this is one of the things that I applaud, it's not just a group of kids. One of the things that makes me nuttier than anything else is when somebody says, oh, we're doing a social skills program. And I go, oh, that's great. And, who comes to the social? Well, we have a lot of kids who are on the autism spectrum. And I say, and is there anybody else in the social skills group? And they go, no. And I like, it's mind-boggling to me. But so your groups it's varied, right? And you have people of all different abilities.
Yes, and even to our volunteers, some of them have like high-functioning autism or Asperger's or anything. So it's an interesting dynamic because we have, our members that have all different kinds of special needs and, developmental disabilities, but some of our volunteers themselves have, something, and they also help mentor our members that have special needs. So it's a really interesting dynamic. We have neurotypicals, we have kids with anxiety, ADD, autism of all levels of the spectrum. So it's a very, wide range that we work with, and it's just a very, there's a lot of synergy between everybody, and it's a really nice dynamic.
Yeah, everybody's welcome. Everybody's included in this event. But so you do this once a month. Give us an example of what you might do at one of these events.
Yeah, so one of my favorite events we do, we usually do a pajama party every year, and we have brunch together. And it's just neat because, each month we do like a different fun theme, and it's always creative. We don't do the same thing every month. So yeah, we do a pajama party every year, and we have brunch together, and that's probably one of my favorite events. I mean, we all have a great time at all of the events, and all of them are as amazing. But yeah, that's probably my favorite that we do.
Okay, so you created this event in New Jersey where you live, and now are you looking towards having it in more places?
Yes, so we're expanding nationally. We have 2 chapters in New Jersey. We just established one in Western New York in the Buffalo area. And I'm talking to a few other people of establishing one. There's actually a viewer who watches the show, and she's the one who gave you my information, who saw me in a magazine, and she's in the LA area, and she's interested in starting a chapter too. So we have people from Arizona that are contacting me, Connecticut, more parts of New York, Florida. So we're really starting to, spread it everywhere.
Yes, and thank you for reminding me that, that we have to say thank you to the viewer who said, hey, this is interesting and I want to know more about it. Can you have her on the show? We love it when you guys suggest guests to us. So, Marissa, where can they go to get in contact with you?
Yeah, so they can either go to us on Facebook. We have the Fantastic Friends Facebook page, or my public page, Marissa Hacker, or they can go to our website, which is myfantasticfriends.org.